All right, let's jump right in. We've got a genuine economic puzzle on our hands today, a real head-scratcher from the world of international agriculture. We're talking about Ghana, and what I'm calling its mango mystery. You see, on paper, Ghana should be an absolute global superpower when it comes to mangoes. I mean, it has this unique, almost unfair advantage. But the reality? Well, the numbers are actually going in the wrong direction. So the big question we're tackling today is why. So let's just break this down. The promise here is, it's incredible. Ghana is one of the very few places on Earth that can have 2 major mango seasons. Think about that. That means they could be supplying the international market all year round. But the reality is that after a really strong start back in the early 2000s, both their total production and their slice of the global market have been shrinking. It doesn't add up. Okay, so to get to the bottom of this, we need the right tools for the job. The researchers who dug into this used a really smart framework that breaks the problem down into 2 totally different kinds of inefficiency. And trust me, understanding these 2 concepts is the key to cracking this whole case. First up, we have something called technical inefficiency. The easiest way to think about this is as a skill problem. It's when a farmer, for whatever reason, just isn't getting the absolute most out of the land, the seeds, and the equipment they already have. It's all about how well you're using what you've got. And the second tool is the technology gap. Now, this isn't a skill problem at all. It's a tools problem. This measures the difference between the technology a farmer is actually using, say an older type of mango tree or really basic irrigation, and the best possible technology that's out there for the whole industry. And this analogy just illustrates the difference perfectly. Imagine 2 chefs, right? Both are failing to make a great meal. The first chef, that's technical inefficiency. They've got this amazing state-of-the-art kitchen, but they keep burning the food. They have great tools, but they lack the skill. The second chef, that's the technology gap. This person is a culinary genius, a world-class talent, but all they have to cook with is one single broken hot plate. They have incredible skills, but their tools are terrible. You get the same bad outcome, a burnt meal, but for 2 completely different reasons. So, armed with these 2 concepts, the skill problem and the tools problem, the researchers went to work. They applied this framework to the data from Ghana, and what they found wasn't just one story. It was 3 very, very different stories. And this is where the mystery really starts to unravel. You see, they didn't look at Ghana as just one big country. They knew it has very different climates and conditions. So they smartly broke down their data into the 3 distinct zones where mangoes are grown: the northern, the middle, and the southern zones. So let's look at the data, starting with the north. And wow, check out this contrast. That first bar, their skill with their current tools, is at 94%. These farmers are masters of their craft. They are squeezing almost every drop of potential out of the resources they have. But then you look at that second bar. It reveals a massive technology gap. Their tools are only at 48% of what's possible. These are the world-class chefs stuck with the broken hot plates. But then we move down to the middle zone, and get this, the picture flips completely. Here, the farmers have much better technology. They're at 79% of the industry's best, so better tools. But their technical efficiency, their skill in using those tools, is way down at 72%. They've got much better kitchens, but they keep burning the food. And the southern zone just confirms this exact same pattern. Again, pretty good technology at 70%, but their skill level, their technical efficiency, is at 80%. That still leaves a 20% gap between what they could be producing with the tech they have and what they actually are producing. The regional divide it's crystal clear. So this is it. This is the solution to the mystery. Ghana doesn't have one single mango problem. It has 2 completely different problems happening in 2 different places. In the north, you've got incredibly skilled farmers being held back by poor, outdated technology. And in the south and middle, you have farmers with access to better technology who just aren't yet skilled enough to use it to its full potential. And of course, if you have 2 different problems, a one-size-fits-all solution it's doomed to fail. This is where the real genius of this research kicks in. By correctly diagnosing the problem, we can now design targeted, effective solutions. It's all about using the right tool for the right job. Suddenly, the path forward becomes incredibly clear, right? For the northern zone, the goal has to be closing that massive technology gap. And for the middle and southern zones, the top priority has to be tackling that technical inefficiency. In other words, the skill gap.
So what does that actually look like for the North? Well, it's all about better tools and support. This means things like introducing new high-yielding mango varieties that are perfect for that climate. But it also means investing in crucial infrastructure, like building better roads so that the fruit can actually get to market while it's still fresh, and making sure farmers have reliable access to electricity and supplies. It's about giving these highly skilled farmers the tools they deserve.
And for the middle and southern zones, it's a completely different playbook. The solution isn't about buying new tools. It's about closing that skill gap. This means investing in people, enhancing farmer training, improving how knowledge is shared, and really focusing on farm management skills. It's about helping them become masters of the good technology they already have. Okay, so let's zoom out for just a second, because this story is about so much more than just mangoes in Ghana. It holds this really powerful universal lesson about how we should approach complex problems in pretty much any field, whether it's business, public policy, or even in our own lives.
And that lesson is this. The most critical, the most important step in solving any problem isn't the brainstorming or the execution. It's correctly diagnosing the problem in the first place. Think about it. Ghana could have wasted millions on a single nationwide program that would have failed because it wasn't tailored to the real issues on the ground.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. How often do we apply these simple one-size-fits-all solutions to really complex problems in our work, in our communities, maybe even in our own world? Ghana's mango mystery is this amazing reminder of the power of digging deeper, asking the right questions, and maybe having the courage to admit that sometimes the problem isn't at all what we thought it was at first.